The Super Eagles.
I don't get joy, Jerry. I don't get joy, I swear.
The Super Eagles.
I don't get joy. Nothing is super about the Eagles. The Eagles are not eagle. They're not giving the Eagle vibes. There's no joy.
Full time, Nigeria 1. Dr Congo 1. Penalties, Nigeria 3. Dr Congo 4. What went wrong tonight?
I'm not a big fan of the coach, actually. I begin to question a few things, and I begin to wonder how we even got here in the first place. If we had been stable if we had plans, if we really knew what we were doing before we got here. I mean, this is a harder stage, it could have been easier qualifying from the group stage, but unfortunately, it's so sad that we find ourselves here. But at the same time, I must make my pain clear that it is saddening to come and to leave my house to come and watch a football match and see Nigeria being toothless against a country like DR Congo. We didn't play Portugal, we didn't play Argentina. No, I'm sure I didn't see Ronaldo. I didn't see Busquets. I didn't see Rodri. I didn't see players that can decapitate us. But then we are decapitated. Maybe because our coach is not confident in the team to deliver. One of the first, very last question I would like to ask is, how did we go from playing fantastic football in the very first 30 minutes of the game to going 0, from 100% to 0? The volume is high, and you begin to imagine and say, okay, now you hear the commentator saying during the extra time, it's like Nigeria is holding up for the penalty shootout and all of that. Then you play a penalty shootout. Out of 6, you lose 3, and you are holding out for a penalty shootout. We didn't have tired legs in the second half. Why didn't we play? Why didn't we attack? We didn't have tired legs during because they also played. We also played. We have equal teams. Nobody had the red card. You understand? So we could have sort of give them the challenge. They even played. In the second half, we didn't play. We just defended all through. So what happened during the extra time? Why can't we charge them? What was the substitution for? Some of these things are to be questioned, because you now begin to wonder: did you really want to go to the World Cup? What happens with the player? What happened with the tactics? What happened with the coach? A lot of things are just wrong. A lot of things are just wrong. And it's painful. It's painful that we find ourselves here. I would not say I was expecting this disappointment, but I was hoping that maybe after a chance at redemption, we could, maybe make something out of it, then start from somewhere. Maybe we could have we could start a journey with this our coach. But obviously, the man is not confident enough to take us where we want to go to, because with what I saw today, it is better to lose honorably than this.
Let's look into that game. In the first half, we got a goal through Oyedika's deflected shot. We went ahead. Then the pressure was coming from Nigeria. Then we conceded a goal. Let's analyze from that conceding of a goal. From we will be losing that ball to the counter attack on us and to the crossing that indeed we couldn't defend. Then the striker equalized. What should have Nigeria done better in that first half?
They had a very fantastic first 20 minutes, where the first few minutes they delivered a goal, and a fantastic goal at that from a set of plays, and they kept on going even after they scored, and they had very beautiful performances in the first 20 minutes. I must say, I must give them the kudos for that. But then I don't know, maybe the players just decided to show us a glimpse of what they can give us. Yes,
viewers performance.
You understand, some kind of viewers performance. And when you say they somebody come from 0, from 100 to 0, like giving us a beautiful performance, beautiful play, beautiful set of play, tiki-taka, what it is that you want that you didn't see in the first 20 minutes. You know, playing shots, you know, opening up the game with passes, taking more risk in the game. You understand? We have that quality. We can do it, and they showed it in the first half. They showed it in the last game as well, not just today. They showed it in the last game. They showed it in the game before. So to me, I don't know. Maybe it's a patriotic issue. That is under the question, because I think the Nigerian football team have been in a constant contest with the NFF all along, even since the old days, not just today. So maybe they are just trying to show us that they can do it, but they don't want to do it, because I don't understand. As a football player, you are on the pitch, you are just defending against Dr Congo. What if you play Egypt? I mean, what if you play Morocco? What if you play Algeria?
Let's get into it. We have that squad, we have that man, but in the second half, we were expecting that attacking flair from Nigeria. Then we watched Nigeria passing from behind instead of putting pressure on the attack and getting the goals. Is it the coach's tactics or the players' lack of confidence to attack?
I would say the coach wanted to play from the back, but you know, when you want to play from the back, you are going to fail if there's one factor against you, which is the opposition team not pressing you. If the opposition team does not play game pressing style of football, to come out fully to come and press against you, to try to win their ball high up the pitch, you know, you might not necessarily have to continue to play like that. You will necessarily need to take more risk, bring the ball into the midfield, try to force them out.
We're not playing that ball in the midfield.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You have to force them out. But I think the coach decided to take less risk. But then it gives us a style of play that we don't understand.
But for a team that has Ademola Lookman and Chukwueze on that flank, we could not make use of them in the second half. What exactly is the problem?
The thing is, we didn't play from the center. We didn't keep the ball on the ground just like we did in the first half. You know, right until before they scored us in the 30-something minutes, we were playing fine football. And even after they scored us, we were still playing fine football. You understand? But coming into the second half, the tactics, everything just went wrong. Everything went wrong. You know, they start to play from the back. The keeper is making mistake, giving the ball. We have two agile, tall strikers, 6'5", 6'4" in the front, and we can't win first. We can't win first ball. We can't win second ball. The ball gets to the midfield. We are not winning anything. We are not keeping the ball on the ground. We are not playing. Okay, now we are getting the ball from the back. You want to open the game from the back. These people are not pressing you. You try to attract them with the ball. So bring the ball into the game. Let them press you from the midfield. You play again. Let them press you. Then you open up. That is how it is done. If you are not confident enough to do it, we can't continue to play like this. Okay, now we are winning. We are playing long balls from the back after trying to play, and they are not pressing us. Trying to play long ball from the back, and after playing the long ball from the back, we don't have players that are there that are willing. They can win it,
but they are not willing.
They are not willing to fight for the ball. They are not willing to win this ball for us. I don't know why. I don't know what is happening there. I can say they are not willing, because if they are willing, they would. You know, out of 10 balls, the defenders will win 9 balls against you. Why?
Osimhen got injured in the first half, and he was substituted in the second half. Do you think that we missed Osimhen in that second half?
No, of course. I think that is Osimhen, Bassey, Frederick. I think those are the 3 patriotic footballers that the Super Eagles have. They show it time and time. They try to put on a show for us, put on that performance, show the zeal, work for it. You know, you have to, growing up, we have been taught to work for your daily bread. You know, you have to work for it. It doesn't just come. They are playing football, managing their bodies. Fine. Nigeria is not going to the World Cup. They should go back to their club side to go and play.
In the second half also, we made a substitution which brought in Chidele Ejuke and Moses Simon. We know that the last time out they came in and changed the game, but here when they made that changes, there was no changes in the game. At this juncture, do you think that it's time for Nigeria to scout for new midfielders? Because today we had Oyeka in that midfield, we had Iwobi and Didi in that midfield. Yet that midfield was not in any way working. is it time for us to scout for new midfielders?
Of course, there's need for that. There's need for that because I don't know. Maybe the coach is not confident enough in the midfield. The players he has in the midfield. Maybe he can't trust them with the game. You know, when you watch football, you see the likes of Modric, Kroos, Casemiro. You see Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets. You see Rodri, De Bruyne. They are keeping the game. Declan Rice, Caicedo, Enzo. You can trust them with the ball. That kind of. Maybe you don't have such. If you don't have, you scout for more. There are lots of talented players out there that can keep the ball. Maybe not necessarily change every one of them, but bring in players that can improve the squad. To keep the ball. We can. My pain is that they've shown us that there is more to the team. That is just the honest truth. There is absolutely more to the team. As far as Africa is concerned, there's more to the team. They can give us what we lack.
We went into extra time and we were draining the ball to get into penalties. Why is there so much confidence in us that if we get into penalties, we are going to win it?
I can confidently say Nigeria is a confused federation. Yes, because we don't even know what we are doing. Even the coach doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, you want to defend, you bring in the likes of Ejuke and Simon,
and you decided to be defensive.
You bring an extra striker, Tolu Alokodare,
and you decided to be defensive.
It is a kind of game that you try to understand. You will always try to understand Nigeria, but you can't. Yes, that is the situation. You can't. That's just the honest truth. You can't. If you watch the game from the beginning to the end, you can't understand Nigeria. That's just the honest truth. Because if you try to, you just be confused.
The last time we played a competitive match in the AFCON, we won on penalties against South Africa. Today, what went wrong? We went into penalties, like you said earlier, we missed 3 out of the 6 penalties taken. Is it that there was no lack of commitment for the boys to score, or is it that we didn't get our tactics right? Because the keeper made, I think, 2 saves or 3 saves in the penalty, so we should score, but we couldn't score. What went wrong in that penalty shootout?
I was a bit confident at some point because I'm an Arsenal fan. My coach used to win games, just win games anyhow you want to win it. So okay, Nigeria successfully defended. The commentator brought my mind to a light that maybe Nigeria was defending to have a penalty shootout and all of that. And I was like, okay, you just win. Just win. That's what you need to do if you truly have prepared for the penalty shootout before coming here, and you intend to keep the game, and you successfully kept the game to the penalty shootout.
So we don't expect errors from you.
We don't expect errors from you, but you play 6 penalties. The keeper tried, saved 2, but you saved
3 rather. Saved 3 penalties
against us.
No, our own goalkeeper saved 3 penalties.
I think he saved 2, not 3.
Okay.
We lost 3 penalties.
We
lost 3 penalties.
Okay, yeah, he saved 2.
Yes, he saved 2 penalties. You lost your first 2 penalties. Your keeper saved you. Then you lost your. You will now begin to wonder, what is the agenda? Where are we going to? What are we doing? What are we doing? Do we because the entire game we played from the second 45 minutes to the end of extra time to penalty shootout, Nigeria didn't make an attempt to score. You get it now. Then you now begin to say, okay, maybe since they have successfully. I'm not a fan of around football, but fine. They have successfully saw the game out. Penalty shootout.
It should be flawless.
It should be flawless. If truly you prepared for it, it should be flawless. But then it is painful as a Nigeria, as a patriotic Nigerian, that you now start to say that Nigeria is defending to see the game out for a penalty against DR Congo.
So before we go, was DR Congo the better team today, or were we the better team today?
1000%. DR Congo was the better team. 1000%. This is saddening. This is frustrating. I don't think I'm going to watch Nigerian match anytime soon.
The next, our next game will be in AFCON, which is this December. What must we do to improve the team before AFCON?
Maybe change the person in charge of NFF first. Yes.
Oh, so you think that because the players didn't get their bonuses and salaries, it affected them as well?
Yeah, of course. I've always been saying this. Football is about the environment that you provide for your players to thrive. They do these things. They provide. Okay, now let me. These bonuses does not come from NFF. The bonuses come from FIFA.
Yes.
So why are the players not getting it? So some of these things, these players sacrifice their time, leave their work to come and represent you, to come and give you what is needed. You get it now? But the little that you are supposed to get, you are not paying them. You are not giving them any bonus, But the FIFA is giving them bonus. Then you hold on to that bonus and without releasing it to them. You now begin to say, okay, can you blame the players? Yes, you can blame them. But does the NFF have something to do about it? Yes, they have something to do about it. So probably maybe change those in charge of things, because look at the qualifier. We had 4 coaches.
And we couldn't make it.
Pesero, Iguavin, Erichele, Finidi. 4 different coaches. And it is what led us to this mess. So you look at a lot of things and no. We don't. The truth is we don't deserve to qualify. Then the honest truth. We're in a group with
South Africa,
Lesotho,
Rwanda,
Zimbabwe. Then you now want to come and beat people that came second in all of their groups. It's not. This is a harder competition than the other one. We had more time to win. We had more opportunities to deliver. We have less stronger opponents. We had everything available to us to get this job done and be in US, Mexico, and what have you? Canada next year. But then Nigeria said no, they don't want it. It's not their problem. The sweet part is that there's usually the bonus that comes to the qualified countries from FIFA and everything. It's the NFF that is not getting. Even if they get it, maybe we would have just loved to watch our country. But now, since they decided that they don't want to participate, because it's not us that they want to participate, and they don't want to participate, but the NFF, the players, and all of them, they don't want to be part of it. So maybe I can as well support Portugal.
I will support my country, France. I'm a French guy. I will support my country, France.
Since this is what Nigeria wants, they want us to be divided. So you go to France, I'll go to Portugal.
Till we meet again.